You make someone really, really nervous. Like, I was just thinking about my fridge buzzing. They're buzzing, okay? The energy I'm picking up on is you caught them completely off guard, okay? So it hit them out of nowhere. Whatever happened between you it was almost like a shock, okay? And there was a particular song that came through, and basically, if you know these readings, I am oftentimes channeling messages through songs because it just helps me to tune into the energy. And it's Nervous by Shawn Mendes. I've, of course, also watched the video, and it's kind of like her hands are like touching him, and he's like all giddy and nervous. And, I'm feeling that you're communicating on a telepathic level with them and they can feel you. So it's almost as if they can feel your touch on their body, if it makes sense. And I'm not joking, like remote seduction is a thing, okay? Trust me, I have done this before and the results are really wild. Like you can basically, the idea of remote seduction is that you're tuning into your person's or twin flames energy. You're connecting to them on a sensual level and they can feel it. They can feel the excitement in their body, and they can feel, the tension, and sometimes even to the point that they might pick up on images or ideas or like fantasies that you play out in your mind. They might pick up on that too. It's really, really exciting and it's so much fun, guys. I've been writing an entire guide on connecting to them telepathically. If you want to try it out, the link is down below so you can get a little bit of inspiration on how to do it. But basically, it's like he's talking about that he is at a cafe and he sees this girl and she looks his way, and he gets really, really nervous. He's like, oh my god, and it's over. Heart is racing, hands are shaking, he's out of control, and he feels, when you're like, I've done this before, I have flirted before, why am I acting this way? Why am I so clumsy right now? Why am I so nervous? Like, what is it about this person that makes me so nervous? I don't even recognize myself anymore. And that's the energy. Thinking about you gets them all excited, okay? They can't stop thinking about you, okay? They not only can they not stop thinking about you, but it's also giving them real reactions in their body. And I don't know if it's just, it's kind of like a back and forth, because with thought transmission or telepathy, it's not just you're sending a couple thoughts and they receive it. It's really you're energetically, you can almost see like a constant exchange of energy. So it's more than just a couple words. It's more than just, I'm gonna say an affirmation and they're gonna pick up on it. They really feel you and you feel them as well. So they're feeling these butterflies and they're feeling this, it's really in this area of butterflies in my stomach, but it's also heart is racing, but in a positive way, if it makes sense. So they're feeling all nervous and giddy and excited. And even though they've met people before, it gives the energy of this is new. Okay, so I'm seeing them also, they're like pacing around the room and they're like out of their mind a little bit, or it's, when you're so detached from reality, they only have eyes for you right now. Like they really want to make it work. They want to make it happen. I'm gonna read you a little bit of the lyrics, okay, from that song, because it paints a picture. I feel like you have also maybe met in a way that you didn't expect. But what happened then, like after you met, was crazy. Like the journey that it took you on was like you both didn't expect to fall that hard for each other. I saw you on a Sunday in a cafe And all you did was look my way, and my heart started to race and my hands started to shake. Yeah. I heard you asked about me through a friend. My adrenaline kicked in because I've been asking about you too. And now we're out here in this room. I get a little bit nervous around you, get a little bit stressed out when I think about you, get a little excited, baby, when I think about you. Yeah, talk a little too much around you, get a little self-conscious. When I think about you, get a little excited, baby, when I think about you. So first of all, thinking about you is their favorite thing to do. I just want you to know that, like, it's actually clear, like, at least for me. You might question it sometimes, but they are thinking about you, like, a lot, okay? It's like this. I get a little bit nervous around you. First of all, it's a rush and they enjoy it, but also a part of them is like, why am I so nervous? Because obviously, like, when you meet someone, you don't want to embarrass yourself. You want to impress them. You want to make a good impression. And sometimes I'm sensing that they are trying to put on this show or to act distant, which is actually funny because they might, I see them like looking at you, or maybe they're checking you out on social media as well. So they're kind of looking at you and they're trying to play cool, like, but that would be a person, they look at you in this cafe and they're trying to act cool, like, I'm just gonna look at my phone and pretend I'm not looking at her, but he's actually looking at you, and then he's like spilling coffee from someone all over the table. This is the energy. It's like they try to keep it on the low, but they can't because they're clumsy. And it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be that way because you are entering a connection that is raw, authentic, real, where you don't have to keep a mask up, and that's what you've been doing before. And there is also a very, very serious side of this reading. We're gonna get into this in a second. The light side of this, there's another country song. It's by George Strait. I kind of enjoy. I found him through another reading here on YouTube, and I was like, wow, this is cool because I love country music, like the older stuff from the 90s, and it's I Just Want to Dance with You. They're thinking about just these things, like, when you're starting to date someone and you go out dancing and go on a date at a cafe or something, they want to do all these things with you. This is the light side. This is like they picture normal everyday things with you, but then there's also I don't want to say dark side, okay? It's not about them being dark, okay? Let me just clarify. There is a side of them that has been through a lot, okay? Where there was a particular song coming up, which I've had this song on my playlist. I've listened to it mostly in 2020. So it kind of made a playlist of like a specific vibe. And it was a specific time in my life that I went through it was kind of like dark, okay? And the song is Fingers Crossed. So they have like fingers crossed that it's gonna work out. But it's also the lyrics. Hold up. Let me just pull up the lyrics because you're gonna understand what I mean with this. Fingers crossed is, of course, like they have their fingers crossed that you're gonna be theirs in a way. But also it's very deep. I've got my fingers crossed that you don't double cross me because I don't need these barriers scaring me like they did the last time. Fingers crossed that you don't scar me for life, that you don't kill the stars in my eyes, because I really, really want you and I. So they really want you and them together. They really want it, but they've been hurt so bad. Like in the past, something has happened. I can't really access it particularly, the memory, but there was a sense of them being so shattered that they were almost ready to give up on love completely. Forgive me, baby, if I'm a little cautious. My ex made me a little too nauseous. Thought she was an antidote, but she was toxic. Now my mind is a mess. It's a mosh pit. Say that you've been hurt like that. You've been through hell and back. You won't do me like that. I want to believe it. So there's so much coming out. Like, oh my, it's like so deep. Like, it's so, a part of them is just raw. You know, when you're sensitive, you know, like sensitive is what I'm seeing. Like when you're, a part of them just wants to go like this. Like just curl up and go like this and hope for the best, and like almost trembling, shaking because of the stuff that you've experienced. And it's this, oh my God, fingers crossed it's not going to happen again. Like if I open my heart, oh my God, but what if it happens again? And then this is what's underneath. Of course, they have these moments where they think about all these everyday things, but that's the deeper layer. Okay, so I'm always kind of getting into the depth of it all. And that is, you know, we cannot always see through the behavior of someone that we start dating, or, you know, we're just getting to know them. We don't always see what they've been through. Most of us are really, really good at hiding parts of ourselves, and also like we don't want to put it all on the table because maybe we don't want to scare someone, like, or like, you know, tell them about all the trauma we've experienced. But in a way, our trauma or the hurt that we've experienced has a way of sneaking into our lives, where it's like you don't process it and then it pops up in your physical, it pops up in another relationship, like someone treats you the same way like that one person did, and then it kind of forces you to face it. And I think they are ready to face it, and I'm hearing that they're really grateful for your patience with them. And I want to get into something really key here because it helped me on my own. Like, I'm on the twin flame journey. It's been 2.5 years, so I've definitely been through highs and lows. And, you know, I know what it can be like when you're just faced with the depths of your own soul, you know, when you go through the dark night of the soul and stuff like that. So basically, my number one tip for you, if you're currently picking up on the heavy energy, if that resonated, is to connect with their higher self. I don't know how to explain it. I'm doing the best I can. Like their self that you see in the physical, right? This persona is not all there is. There is a soul, their higher self. When you look into their eyes, when you tune into the love that you have for them, which is also what we're doing when we're telepathically connecting to our person. Doesn't matter if it's twin flame, soulmate, regular SP, quote unquote. You're tuning into their higher self. And one of the best things to do, let's say you've had a past with them, specifically, there have been some things that have been going on that, you know, might have not been ideal between you, is to really sit with them, tune into their energy, feel their presence with you, and allow yourself to let everything go. To let it go, to let it out. Also to let it out, to let it rise to the surface so you can feel all your feelings. I've been crying, I've been letting it all out, you know. There's no way of just shoving it down and just pretending it's not there. At some point you have to face it, and I feel like this connection for you is the one connection where you're gonna have to go in and really together as a team, you know, both of you, work on these things that you might have put like the skeletons in your closet is what I'm hearing. Like, it's not about doing it all in one day. It's more so about whenever it comes up, allowing yourself to drop into unconditional love, connecting to their higher self. And I've created an amazing exercise that helped me basically in the hardest time as I was on the twin flame journey, very fresh, you know. I didn't know what was going on. I felt devastated, sad, just discouraged because I was in physical no contact, obviously, and I started to connect to my person's higher self through love. And I just tried it out, just like did like test like how I felt. I just created that exercise to help me, to help get out of this negative headspace, stop missing him so much, and it helped me so much. So I put it in my workbook, my thought transmission workbook. It's a love connection. It's where you can do this before you go to bed at night. You really tune into this love. And you can, I'm not kidding, it sounds really woo-woo, but you can send your person unconditional love, and you can also receive that love. And whenever you do this, you're really nourishing and feeding into your energetic connection, which inevitably will have consequences in the physical, because that's just the way our reality is built. Our physical, like 3D reality, is all built by our 5D. So in that sense, you think about it, when you're connected in the 5D, it's all that matters. Because if you're staying within this awareness that you're connected, not focusing on separation, you will inevitably see shifts in your physical, and you're just gonna, overall, you're just gonna feel so much better. So that is just a tip that I wanted to give you. It's currently on sale, so check it out. The workbook's really been one of my all-time favorites that I've ever created. And let's tap into their energy. I kind of want to tap into the spicier energy and see what is going on in their mind. It's funny. I'm like, what are they thinking? And the card that is falling out is I'm not thinking straight. They're having a hard time focusing. Oh my God. Okay. Damn. It's like, okay, if they all want to fall out, I'm gonna take it. This is what I've been saying before. My body responds, like they have physical reactions to what you're doing mentally. It's as if when you touch them in your mind, they can feel it in their body, is what I'm hearing. And it's also like something about the way you do the things you do. There's also a song that's been on my mind, The Way You Do the Things You Do. I'm gonna put it also down below. It's like just the smallest things you do can drive them crazy. They're definitely watching you from afar, but there is an energy. I don't want to say they're possessive, okay? This is not a person that wants to like use you or control you or manipulate you, just to put it out there. It's not that kind of, you know, I'm possessive, you're gonna do what I want, and stuff like that. No, they're possessive in a way that they don't want to share you, okay? Like first thing that came up was, I want you all to myself, and then also I want to hold you and never let you go. I'm really seeing them, you know, when you, let's say you have this romantic moment where you hug and you kiss, and they would really love to never let go then in that moment, where it's like, I'm sensing that they're like, how is this gonna work? Because when we're dating, like, and then you have to say goodbye, but they don't want to. It's like, they're kind of playing it cool, but they would love to move in with you. And like, really, they want you all to themselves. Like, you know, the energy of, I want to know that you don't, you know, kind of like they want to know that you don't have an interest in other people, that you're not dating other people, or because it's not really, you know, in the stage where you're really committed outwardly, they want to know that you're not going to date anyone else. Like, and they kind of want to feel it out with this, what I was saying earlier, watching you kind of like, but then clumsy, they want to feel it out, and they're trying to not let it show how much they actually feel for you. So I'll leave it at that for today, because I don't know what's up with me, but I'm rambling again. Like, I filmed a lot of readings today, and I kind of like want to keep them a little shorter. So to not make it overwhelming, definitely check out the workbooks. They're currently, I put them both on sale to kind of like, we're in the Valentine's season. I want to make this month of love special, give you guys a couple offers because I really, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, these exercises have changed my entire life. This has brought me so much fulfillment, I can't even. So I'm not just sharing it, saying I like going get the workbook. I'm telling you, this has changed my entire life. It's like, it's groundbreaking. Once you connect to your person on that level, it's opening a whole new world. So check it out. Get your personal. If it resonated, you can book a personal reading, you can book a session with me, whatever you like. Feel free and subscribe for more, and I'm gonna see you around in the next one.